Hello, YouTube. um, this just turned up, and me being the silly sausage that I am, completely forgot that I pre-ordered this. So I must have pre-ordered this from Argos in the UK a very long time ago, and completely forgot. So yeah, this has just turned up, and it is a bit of a surprise, a pleasant surprise. Let's call it that. So, in case you don't know, the Spectrum from Retro Games, they have made others such as the Commodore 64, the what was it? The Atari. There's also the Amiga. So there are quite a few, but this is the Spectrum. Now, as a child, I didn't actually have a Spectrum. It was a little bit too early for me, but I know many people who did, and I do actually own one of these, the originals. So I am interested to see what we get in the box, what it actually looks like, what it feels like. I won't be powering it up, but I may do it on a future stream this week on Twitch, at twitch.tv/Me Machine Dean. So this is literally me unboxing it. I have no idea what is in it. I have avoided all videos, so my reactions are purely my own. So let's just quickly unbox this. There we go. Is it embossed? No, it's not. I thought it was. I'm going to try and get as much of this in shot as possible. But yeah, the packaging's quite nice. It kind of follows the Spectrum look and feel. It's got the rainbow effect, which is quite nice. Let's not delay. Let's have a quick look. Well, let's just see what it says. Spectrum, fully working keyboard. That's quite cool. Okay, I like that touch. HDMI cable, nice. An instruction booklet, nice. A special Crash magazine issue, nice. AC adapter not included. Boo. It always annoys me when companies do that. I haven't got a cutting utensil here. What I do have is a screwdriver, so I'm going to have to crudely prod it out. Well, that was a lot easier than I was expecting. Good. Anyway, so let's get this open. In fact, let me just add a little bit more light. There we go. A little bit more light from the side there. Lovely. Right, so let's quickly open this up and take out the contents. So that came out quite nice. Nothing else in the box? No. So what have we got here? Is this the outside of the box? Yes, it is. This is a nice box. I like it. This is embossed. This is quite cool. That's a very nice touch there. Really like that. Okay. So what have we got in here? We have... It's the Spectrum. There it is in its glory. So I'm going to try and do this without looking at the camera. Cool, blimey, how can I get that out? There we go. So we've got plastic cover on the actual contents and the console. And then if I break this out, come on, there we go. That is the console. Oh, is it actually metal? Is it? It's cold, which would lean... that's got me confused now. Anyway, we'll look at that further in a minute. But that is the Spectrum, and it looks really nice. And it actually feels really, like, rugged. The thing is like, obviously, we've got cold weather in the UK. This feels like metal, so I don't know if this is... let's have a close look. Is this... So that's plastic. So it's plastic with a metal cover. Interesting. Okay, that's quite cool. That's quite cool. The buttons feel like a Spectrum would, so no improvements there, no modern clicky, but that's quite cool. It keeps with the aesthetic and probably keeps the cost down. What have we got here? At the back we have home button, 3 USB ports, another USB port. Why are they separate from there? TV, 5-volt DC. Is that USB-C? It is. Excellent. I subbed. Thank you very much. That's very kind of you. A 5-volt DC. So that's interesting. That's USB-C. That's good to see. And a power button. Is it a... Okay, so it's just a one-way on and off. There's no like click in, click off. Okay, interesting. But yeah, first impressions. This is quite cool, actually. Very impressed. Oh, that's quite a lowish serial number, I assume. I'm going to assume that's a speaker in there, judging by the looks of that. But yeah, overall, I'm quite impressed with this so far. This looks really, really nice. The finish on this is very cool. The buttons feel good, and everything else feels very, very solid, which is very good. Let's have a quick look. What else is in the box? I'm not expecting anything else of interest. So this paper inlay comes out. Oh, hello. What have we got here? So this is the... so they've done an introduction menu that looks very much like the original Spectrum manual. That's quite cool. Okay, so let's just have a quick look at the manual while we're here. Setting up the Spectrum. So those three are controller ports, and you have one USB port. I just want to have a... what are you doing for your live? So currently what we're looking at... hang on, let me bring the main box over. Is I completely forgot that I had ordered this, which is the Retro Games Spectrum, which is a modern kind of version-ish of the original Spectrum. The company has done a variety of different consoles. They have done Commodore 64s, old Ataris, Amigas, and things of that nature. So I just thought I would do this just so everyone can see the unboxing, to be honest. I'm just interested to know why they've got 3 controller ports and one specific USB by itself. I'm assuming this one would be just for games, like uploading your own. But why would you need 3 separate? Anyway, we'll carry on looking. Okay, that seems relatively normal. Initial setup, okay. You choose to 50 or 60 hertz, good. Oh, hello, games carousel, so that's for learning more games. What did that say? You can find full instructions of a 48-bit game, download the Spectrum user, explains more comprehensive, including how to add your own games via USB, which I'm going to assume is what that port is. So that's cool, and that's the manual. So it's pretty much pick up and play. I love the design of that. That is really nice. And then we have a copy of Crash Magazine, which I think is equally quite cool. So this is apparently specific to this box, which is quite cool. So I may have a quick flick through this at my own leisure. But yeah, Crash Magazine is very, very cool. Admittedly, I know very little about the ZX Spectrum. I have played on a few, but it's not a console that I have great knowledge of. And that's pretty much why I bought this. It was more of what's the word? Curiosity purchase. There we go. But again, as I mentioned at the beginning, I'd completely forgotten I'd pre-ordered this. Which I do quite often. I go and pre-order things, they turn up, and suddenly I go, oh, I remembered I did a thing. So there is another black box that was in the bottom of the other box. And in here we have, not much, but we have a HDMI cable and a USB-C. As it mentions, there is no power block or AC adapter, which is somewhat annoying, but then again, you could probably power it off the back of a TV if you really wanted to, so I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing. So I'm just going to put all that back in. I'm trying to remember how all this went back in now. I do this all the time. I do unboxes and then forget how it goes back in. I think it was something like this. So I think the console... We'll have another look at the console in a minute. Oh, actually, we'll do it now, because I'm almost certain that this top is metal. I'm certain of it. But yeah, I'm very impressed. This looks absolutely fantastic. I think the look is on point. I really like it. I think any Spectrum enthusiast or somebody who has an interest in Spectrum is going to love this. Again, my opinions are my own. I bought this with my own money. Nobody's paid me to do it, but I'm still trying to understand. 1 for data, 3 for controllers. Why? That's an interesting one. I'm going to have to look into that. But yeah, overall, very impressed. Very, very impressed with that. So, Spectrum goes back in the box. I can't be bothered to put the plastic sheet back on it because reasons. And let's put that back in there, like so. Look at that. That must be the first ever unboxing where I've put it back properly, he says. Hang on a minute. So there we go. But do you know what? Honestly, this is really nice. It's just embossed enough that you can just feel the buttons. I don't know if I can catch it in the light, but there's just enough embossing on there that you can run your finger on it, which I think is a really nice touch. Very impressive, Retro Games. You have done a good job here. I think people who are a fan of the Spectrum are going to be very, very happy. So there we are. That is the Retro Games Spectrum. In fact, you know what? I didn't even check what games come in it. That's probably a good shout. 35 games, apparently. I'm just seeing if there's any that do stand out. Saboteur is one that I used to enjoy. What else have we got there? Spellbound, Way of the Exploding Fist, great game. Where Time Stood Still, Stonker's a good game. Target Renegade is a great game. So yeah, it's got a few decent titles that look like they're bundled in with it, which I think is really good. But the fact that you can add your own is equally just as nice. But anyway, that is the Spectrum by Retro Games, and this has been me, Machine Dean, with a just under 12-minute review and unboxing of it. So hopefully you've enjoyed that. If you have enjoyed this, please make sure you give it a big thumbs up. Also, make sure you go and hit the bell, and make sure you go and hit the subscribe button. Until then, me, Machine Dean, signing out. Take care all. I will play with this later.